Hi, welcome to Presence Without Practice. So, today I want to talk about the high cost of delay, why someday is a lie. Well, the big core issue there is the pervasive feeling of really being stuck in a holding pattern and waiting for some sort of ideal conditions to truly live. Like you might say, oh man, I can't wait till I get this job promotion, or I can't wait till I move to another town, or I can't wait till I retire. And all of that leads to a real unfulfilled sense of potential. Some people have quiet regret that gnaws at them. The someday trap, as they like to call it, is this idea that is a deception, and it's used to avoid, for a lot of people, making a change. Some people find change to be more painful than just staying in a terrible situation. But life's going to continue no matter what, and change is one constant that is always going to be there. Some say there's an urgency of trying to make a move or trying to make a decision. I disagree with that, because I think that it really doesn't matter in life if you're living a present life, if you turn left or right, if you decide to move or if you decide to stay in the same town. The idea of being present means that you are accepting this moment as though you chose it. And you can make decisions about this present moment. I use the example always about a rainy day. If it's raining and you resist that present moment, it's insanity, because it's raining. There's nothing you can do about it. You can make choices. You can decide to stay inside. You could decide to take an umbrella out. You could realize that in the past it's flooded and maybe you want to turn on a pump in your basement to make sure the water doesn't come in. So there are things you can do, but you don't have to get emotionally attached to things that are happening in this present moment. If you are able to stay aware of what the present moment is and not try to live in two time periods that don't exist at all, the past and the future, you find yourself to be much more content, much more at ease, much more peaceful. And you lift this veil, this cloud of thinking about the past, emotional stuff about the future. You lift that veil off, and all of a sudden, it's like putting on these new eyes that see everything in a much clearer and more aware state. You gain understanding, you gain wisdom, and you gain peace when you live in that present moment. It also ends suffering to those around you, because you're not in resistance. One thing that's for sure is when I've been angry in the past and I'm, resisting what is going on, I'm looking for people around me that are either going to agree with me, oh, this sucks, and you'll have people that say, yeah, I know it sucks. Or you'll have somebody that kind of revs you up in the other way, which you say, oh, it sucks it's raining. And somebody says, well, my flowers need rain. And then I'm like, oh, you don't understand. You just, But either way, it kind of strengthens my resistance to the present moment. And it doesn't serve any purpose other than to frustrate me, frustrate other people around me, and cause suffering. So what about the hidden trap of your life getting stolen away by wasting it away, wishing and wanting? Well, it doesn't have to be that way. You can be sitting on a park bench and you can just let the moment happen now and watch the flowers, watch the dogs going by, watch the grass grow. Nature is a very powerful example of how content life can be in the present moment. And whether you make a move or you don't make a move, it doesn't really matter. When I was parenting where my kids were younger, I actually had a situation where I was really angsting about whether or not to let my oldest daughter do something. And I can't even remember what it was now, but I was really stressing about it. And it was more of like a control thing, I think, for me. But anyway, it finally hit me. Back then, I wasn't present all the time, but I did manage to get present. And I realized, you know what? It doesn't really matter if I let her go do this or I don't let her do this. And that was really liberating for me. I mean, obviously, you don't want to put your kids into a bad situation. I'm sure we didn't. I forget what it was. Maybe go to somewhere with friends. But the point is, it really doesn't matter. Nothing in life matters except who you are at your core. And the only way you can be at your core is in the present moment life. That's the only way you really know who you are. You can label people as blue-eyed, brown-eyed, green-eyed, whatever color hair they have, what nationality they are, what religion they are. Those are all labels that are designed to help you separate yourself from others and to help you put some kind of drama in there. And it doesn't have to be extreme drama. It can just be like, oh, they're different from me. And if you can look at people and let them be and accept who they are, because at their core, they're as deep as you are. Matter of fact, you're never going to know another human being, and you're never going to totally know yourself because of our depth. And we are connected in so many ways. We could debate the philosophies of that, but we are alike in so many ways, but deep down, we have these common connections. And for us to dehumanize somebody by saying, oh, they're one political party and I'm another, or one religion and I'm another, whatever, it really detracts from that. And again, it causes you suffering. So the nice thing I like about being present and living a present moment is that it's very forgiving. To practice it, you really only have to practice something very easy to get started, a focused breathing technique, where you're just breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, focusing on your breathing. You don't have to close your eyes. You can. You don't have to lay down or sit down. You can stand. You could be in the middle of a busy mall. You could be at work and somebody could be giving you a hard time, whatever. But if you can just breathe and focus on your breathing, you're in this moment. And in this moment, there is nothing that life throws at you. And life will throw you challenges, even while you're present, that you can't handle. And the more often you do that breathing exercise, the more often you break that addiction to that incessant thinking of past and future that knock you out of being present. And the more peaceful you'll be, the more easygoing your life will be, and you will gain great understanding and awareness. You will be smarter. So presence brings so many good things. But if you miss it, if you mess up, it's okay. Come back and do it when you realize it. And if you miss it and you think of it a day later or a week later, it's okay. Just come back and focus on your breathing and try to get present again. Maybe your kids made you really mad and you yelled at them and you freaked out. It's okay. You can start over again and try to break that addiction to that incessant thinking that causes us to be in emotional turmoil with the present moment. Accept change is another big step to getting peaceful. That's one constant in life. It's always going to come. Like I said, some people resist change because they think it's more painful than the change is more painful than staying in a miserable situation. Accept change. It's not something that we can change because change is always going to happen. There are moments in your life where you can make decisions to stay in your current situation, or maybe you want to change it, and that's okay. But there are times when you can't. I was in prison for a while. And that's a whole nother story, but the reality is that by the time I got to prison, I was very much living in that present moment life. And I got there and I was able to stay present. I was able to accept the fact that I'm here and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm away from my family. I disappointed a lot of people, and I can only try to do better and accept this present moment as though I chose it. Really hard on some of those things, but you'll find that if you can do that, you are going to grow and be more content. You're going to be able to improve your relationships with your loved ones. My kids' relationship and mine improved so much over the whole time of that ordeal, and we are very close now. That was many years ago now, but we are very close. And I just want you to know that even when it seems like there's no way you can accept what the present situation is, you can handle it all. And you can handle it all peacefully. And that is a peace that just goes beyond anybody's ability to comprehend. But you're wiser, you're smarter, and you're more loving, you're more kind in it. So remember that breathing action and help yourself to that little exercise whenever you can, as often as you can. And I just want you to know that at presencewithoutpractice.com, we're here to help you learn to be present, help you overcome those really tough times in life. We've all been through them, and we can get through it. You can get through it if you really strive to live in that present moment. And through our programs, we help you get there a lot faster than you ever thought possible. Thank you.